For the longest time, when we said the office, we meant a building, right? A specific desk, a certain chair. But what if that whole idea changed? What if your office wasn't a place you went to, but just something you had with you? That's the big idea we're diving into.
Of course, making that vision a reality, well, that takes some seriously clever tech. And in this explainer, we're going to break down a key piece of that puzzle, the Omnisa Horizon client. We're going to look at what it is, how it works, and why it's totally changing the game for what work can be.
So what is this thing, really? Well, the easiest way to think about it is like an app you put on your laptop, your tablet, or even your phone. But it's not just any app. It's basically the secure digital key that unlocks your entire work desktop, all your files, all your software, everything that usually lives on a computer back in a physical building. And that is the whole idea behind what we call a digital workspace. Your actual powerful work desktop isn't on your machine at all. It's running safely in a data center or in the cloud. The Horizon client is just the window you use to see it and interact with it. Your office is no longer tied to one piece of hardware. It's an environment you can tap into from anywhere.
Okay, so it's a fantastic concept, but how does it actually feel to use it? How does it all come together in practice? Let's walk through what it's like to connect to your workspace.
The beautiful part is how simple they've made it for you, the user. It really just boils down to 3 super quick steps. You launch the client, you prove you are who you say you are, and boom, that's it. Your full work desktop just appears on your screen. All that complicated networking stuff, it all happens in the background, totally seamless.
But what makes it all feel so instant, so seamless? Why doesn't it feel laggy, like you're just watching a slow video of your computer? Well, that gets us to the secret sauce, a really specialized technology called Blast Extreme.
And this is the real game changer. Blast Extreme is the engine under the hood that's optimized to give you a super smooth, really responsive experience, even if your Wi-Fi at the coffee shop isn't perfect. It's the tech that gets rid of that annoying lag, so when you click your mouse or type a word, it just happens, instantly. It feels like the computer is right there with you.
All right, so we've got a fast, simple connection. That's awesome. But what about the other goodies, the power-ups, if you will, that really make this client so effective? Let's get into it. First up, and this is a big one, is compatibility. I mean, just look at this list. The client works on pretty much every major operating system out there. That means the whole work-from-any-device promise is the real deal. You can start a project on your Windows laptop at home and then pick it right back up on your iPad on the train. No problem. Okay, but let's be real. When you're accessing work stuff from everywhere, the first question on everyone's mind is it secure? And the answer is a resounding yes. The client is built from the ground up with security in mind. It supports things like multi-factor authentication, where you need your password and a code from your phone, and even physical smart cards. It's all about adding layers of protection to make sure only you can get to your stuff.
Now, you might notice there's also a version that just runs right in your web browser. So what's the deal? Why pick one over the other? Think of it this way. The dedicated, installed client is the powerhouse. It gives you the best performance and all the features because it's built for your device. It's what you'd want for your day-to-day work. The web client is awesome for quick, casual access, maybe on a friend's computer, but for the full experience, you're going to want the installed version.
Okay, we've gone through the what and the how. But now let's just zoom out for a second and talk about the big picture. Why does any of this really matter? When you boil it all down, it comes down to one powerful word: freedom. It's the freedom for you, the employee, to be just as productive at home, on the road, or in a cafe. And it's the freedom for your company to know that all that work is happening securely without putting important data at risk. It completely separates productivity from a specific place. And so that brings us right back to where we started, but with a whole new perspective. It leaves us with this really interesting question to chew on. If your entire work environment, all your tools, all your files, lives in the cloud, and you can get to it from literally anywhere, then what does the word office even mean anymore?